Carne, carne, aeroporto, aeroporto, Guarulho, Guarulhos, Guarulhos. So I've been living in Brazil for quite some time now. I'm originally from Ghana, as you guys already know. I've actually been living here for 10 years, and there are still a lot of words in the Brazilian Portuguese which I find so difficult to pronounce. If you're also learning Portuguese, let me know which words you also struggle to pronounce in the comment section. You guys are welcome back to my channel, and in this video, as you guys can already see from the thumbnail, I'm going to tell you guys some of the words, the Brazilian Portuguese words that I find so difficult to pronounce even after living here for 10 years. You know, in the Brazilian Portuguese, the letter R is pronounced quite differently from English, and that is where my biggest problem is. Any word that has an R, especially only one R in the middle, it is quite difficult for me to pronounce. And Brazilian Portuguese actually is not an easy language to learn. I've learned a lot of languages, so I know what I'm talking about. I'm from Ghana, which speaks around 90 languages. So when I say Brazilian Portuguese is not easy, I think you guys, English speakers here on my channel, learning Portuguese, will agree with me. The first word that I'm going to show you guys is actually this word right here. And I pronounce this word up to date. I say carne, carne, carne. I can't, in some way, I just can't pronounce the R in the middle of this word. And Brazilians actually pronounce this word, Brazilians from the south of Brazil pronounce this word as carne, carne. The R is very visible. And then here in the northeast where I live, they actually say carne, carne, carne. They put a little bit of stress on the R, but I still can't. If I'm talking normally with other people, I can't pause and say carne. you know, it is quite difficult. So this word till today, I say carne, carne. That is the first difficult Brazilian word that I have, even living here for 10 years. The second word is also this one. You know, I think it's because of the English influence. In English, we say airport. Okay, I'm going to an airport. So I tend to pronounce this word as aeroporto, aeroporto. Okay, but I discovered it's not aeroporto, it's aeroporto, aeroporto. But I say aeroporto, aeroporto. And I find myself laughing at myself every time I pronounce these words because Brazilians actually understand me. They know that these words are not quite easy to pronounce. So the second word is aeroporto. The next Brazilian word that I have some difficulties pronouncing is also this word right here. Because of the R again in the middle, I say Guarulhos, Guarulhos, Guarulhos. Damn, man, it's not easy, Guarulhos, Guarulhos. This word actually, and it's quite similar to how the Brazilians pronounce it. I think it's almost the same, but I still have a lot of difficulties if I'm talking very fast. I mess everything up. So gualu, damn. But I think the Brazilians actually pronounces it as Guarulhos, 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 something like that. If you're a Brazilian speaker watching this video, correct me in the comment sections and don't laugh at me. The next word, actually, this word a friend of mine told me to add to this video. this word right here. And I think I don't have a lot of difficulties pronouncing this one, but she thought I actually did. It's Xerox, Xerox, Xerox. Yeah, this word I don't have any difficulty pronouncing, you know. Yeah. So, but the first three words, I mess it up whenever I'm trying to pronounce it in a conversation. But when I'm talking slowly, it is quite easy for me to pronounce. But anytime I'm in a conversation, I just mess everything up. If you're an English speaker here on my channel and you're learning Portuguese, let me know which words you find very difficult to pronounce. And if you are a Brazilian speaker here on my channel and you're watching this video, let me know which English word you still find very difficult or you hate pronouncing. Leave everything in the comment section and I'll check it out. And actually today I decided to bring this video, to make a little bit of comparison with the English and the Portuguese. And some of the things that I realized is, for example, the letter H in the Brazilian Portuguese. Okay. For example, this word right here. When Brazilians are pronouncing this word, for someone like me who speaks English, I don't hear the letter H. They don't say humor like we say in English. They say humor, humor. It's like the H is silent. They start pronouncing the word just from the U. It is very interesting. And anytime they have double R in the middle of the word, for example, like this word right here, they don't say nara. In English, we would have said nara, okay? But in Portuguese, they say naha, which actually sounds like an H in place of the two R's. Naha, naha. It is quite interesting how languages are different and rich, in each culture. And it is very beautiful. I love speaking Brazilian Portuguese. I don't know if you guys will actually enjoy this video, but if you want more of videos like this, just leave it in the comment section. And probably in the next videos, I can try, mixing English with Portuguese so that you guys can get used to the Brazilian Portuguese even before you guys get here. And like I said in the beginning of the video, here in Brazil, it depends on the region where you are or the state. The way they pronounce or they say some words also changes. Like I said, here in the Northeast, for example, we say amor, amor, which means love. In the South, they say amor, amor. The R is a little bit different in the South than here. So Brazil is a very rich country. Even the language is very rich. That is why I always say I love Brazil. And I've never regretted coming here to Brazil. So you should also come. So once again, Carne, Aeroporto, Guarulhos, and Xerox. These are the words, some of the words that I had a lot of difficulties and I sometimes still have when I'm pronouncing them here in Brazil. If you enjoyed this video, I would like you to leave your comments in the comment section. The words you guys think will be difficult for me to pronounce in the Brazilian language. And maybe in the next video, I'll try pronouncing those words for you guys. If you are new here, don't forget to like this video, share, and subscribe to my channel. See you guys in the next video. Valeu, galera.